What's up, everybody? Today we have a full body workout suitable for all levels. The primary focus is going to be cardiovascular conditioning, though we're going to start out with a mild warm-up just to get the heart rate going, then some dynamic stretches to make sure we're feeling good. Then we're going to activate glutes and core to make sure we're good to go. And then we're going to do a short strength-based circuit and then end with 2 Tabatas that are really going to spike the heart rate and going to be the main focus of the workout. Then we're going to end with some mobility and stretching. All you need is small space to be able to move around in, a bench, chair, or couch somewhere around knee height. If it's a few inches above or below, that's okay too. And definitely some water. All right, if you're good to go, let's get after it. If you need a minute, hit pause, get your space set up, and then hit play and we'll get going. We're gonna start just with some simple movements to get the heart rate raised. Starting with clapping ATYW, so just a clap at shoulder height and then dropping down into this A position. Now moving into T. Keeping the arms horizontal the whole way through. And now Y. It's getting the muscles of the upper back and external rotators going. And lastly, W's. Next, we have sprinter steps. So just coming up on one toe at a time. Opposite hand, opposite leg, rising, just like you're running in place, getting the feet warmed up and the calves. All right, now running in place. Now butt kicks, so thighs are staying more or less straight down. Heels are coming right to your butt. Then we have high knees. All right, now, this is a good time to take note of your breathing. Your heart rate should be up a little bit, your breath rate should be increased. Take note if you have really shallow breathing, and try to start expanding your full lungs, ribs expanding, belly expanding. And although your breath rate is going to get high while we do this, trying to also keep it deep and not just shallow hyperventilating. Next, we have a few dynamic stretches, starting with the simple feet together, hands overhead, grasping, deep inhale, exhale to the right, inhale through center, exhale to the left, inhale through center, exhale right. Keep that rhythm going. All right, back through center. Now we have the standing quad stretch and reach. If you need a chair or go to a counter, wall, or anything for balance, you can. But we're going to reach up, grab our right ankle, exhale as we stretch back, reach our left arm to the sky, and then drop it, other side. Inhale, grab, exhale, reach and stretch. All right, next we have wide leg crossovers. So feet go wide, toes still pointing forward. We hinge down, exhale over 2. Next we have wide leg crossovers. So legs go wide, toes still pointing forward, hinge at the hips down. Big inhale in the center, exhale right hand to left foot, and back of the hand goes to the sky. Inhale back down through center, left hand to right foot, exhale the right hand up. And continue through that. Notice as your hand raises, it should be the back of your hand going to the sky. Palm will be facing out to the side. If you find your natural tendency is to have your palm facing behind you, you probably have really tight pecs and internal rotators of the shoulder, which is something to work on. All right, I'm going to adjust the camera angle here a bit. We're going to do a few activation exercises and then get into the strength part of the workout. All right, we're going to start on our backs for a few hip thrusts. Bring your heels in so your calves are just outside of fingertip reach. And from here, dig your heels into the ground, thrust the hips up, and dig in hard enough that your heels are stuck to the ground, but you're trying to scrape them in to get a little bit of hamstring activation too. Three more. All right, next, hands go to the sky, knees to the sky. We have dead bugs, squeezing the core, bringing the lower ribs towards the hips, and opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out, keeping the ones that are in the middle still vertical. You may have this tendency to crunch them in as the others reach out, but try and keep everything vertical. If this is cruisy for you, instead of having your starting position in, you can have everything out and then do opposite hand, opposite leg, meeting in the center. All right, bringing it in, flipping over to a tabletop position. Hands are straight under the shoulders, knees are straight under hips. And then once again, we do opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching out. Always with a slight pause as we extend, bring it in. Notice if it feels like your lower back is dropping down and your ribs are flaring up, squeeze that core, keep it tight here. Purpose of doing these is to get the core activated so it can remain working through the rest of the workout. Lastly, we're going to come down to prone position, laying down. You can have your forehead right on the ground or just lifted slightly up. We're going to extend our hands out to that Y position we practiced earlier. Pull them down to our W, and then reach back and either touch our hips, and grab your butt, or touch your hands behind your back. And then back through that motion, through W to Y, and back again. While we're working out at home during this time, if we don't have a lot of equipment and we don't have weight to pull things towards us, it becomes very difficult to work out our back. We're also spending a lot of time sitting. So exercises like this should be done every day to keep that balance, to prevent us from developing bad posture and having everything in the front of our body get too tight. All right, moving on to the strength portion of our workout. So this is where the bench will come in. We're going to do Bulgarian split squats, then push-ups, and then assisted pistol squats. So just this a bit so you can see my face here. All right, so Bulgarian split squats. We're gonna have the left leg go back onto the bench, chair, or couch, and then focus first on bringing that knee down to almost right beside the base of the chair bench, and check that this is vertical. If it's not, you can extend it out, and we're going to do 10 reps, slow and controlled. If these are already difficult, you can use your back leg a little bit to also push into the bench to help you up. If these are easy, first option is just really start thinking about isolating that front leg, keeping your weight on that. Third option, if that's still easy, close your eyes either on the descent or on the ascent, or the whole time. Keep your eyes closed, and it's going to really affect your proprioception and balance. Switch in for 10 on the other side. Additionally, if you do have weights, you can grab something. Holding dumbbells on your side, one dumbbell on either side, or backpack, anything over your shoulder. You can grab your dog, pet, family member, throw it on your back. All right, next, push-ups. And to start, we're gonna answer the time-old question of where should your hands be while doing push-ups? Should they be out to the side here nice and wide, or down here? Well, all that matters is your forearms are vertical. So we can start by putting our upper arms pointed straight out to the side to a point where we just see that our forearms are vertical. And then we can also bring the hands straight to our ribs, so our upper arms are straight back, but once again, we want our forearms near vertical. And then you can think about that arc between those two positions. Those are your options there. Out here is going to be more for your pecs, and a little bit easier is you're going down to your ribs. This is going to be more anterior delts and triceps. So pick a position, either at either end, some in the middle. We're going to go for, I'm going to do 10. You can do however many is right for you. We always have the option here of knees as well. All right, next up we have pistol squats. So to do these, we're going to start seated, bring the feet in, so thighs are just past vertical with the ground here. And then we're going to stand up, and first you just work on negative, so isolate one leg, slowly lower yourself down to the bench. Then option to plant your feet, help yourself up, and do another negative. Or from here, you can come straight up. Now if you have these down pat, you don't need the bench. You can do the pistol squats just with no support. But be very careful if you start going past this horizontal position. You can do them right heel to butt. Those take a lot of mobility to go for. So I'm going to do just 5 per side. And once again, body weight exercises, you need to stick within your limits, see what works for you. That was 1 round. We're going to do 2 more. Back to the Bulgarian split squats. Once again, focusing on that leg that's in the front to make it harder, or closing your eyes just to really start messing with your balance. Switching sides. Back to our push-ups. I'm going to go wide this time. And pistol squats next. Switching sides. All right, that's 2 rounds. 1 more to go. Bulgarian split squats again. I'm switching sides. Like I said, I'm doing 10 per side. You can be doing whatever number feels good for you. Even if you're only doing 2 and resting in between, that's okay. But do count so you know where you're at for next time. All right, last set of push-ups. I'm gonna do narrow this time, hit the triceps and anterior delts a little bit more. All right, last round of pistol squats. All right, that's just grabbing a drink of water now. Next up, we have 2 Tabatas. I'm gonna get rid of my bench here, don't need it anymore. So, a Tabata, by definition, is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest, performed for 8 minutes. May only be one exercise, maybe 16 different exercises, a different one every time. We are gonna do 2 Tabatas, each with 4 exercises in it. So, the first one is gonna start with 20 seconds of squats, crossovers. Then we have 10 seconds of rest, and then 20 seconds of seal jacks, which are a type of jumping jack with arms horizontal, crossing over the hands and feet through the center. Then we have a hollow body hold, so down onto our backs. You can start this by, just like we were doing dead bugs earlier, you may even just stay here and hold this for 20 seconds, or extend it out. Start getting tired, bring it in, as long as you're somewhere around here for the 20 seconds. Then it will end with bear stance hold or break dancers. So this will go from tabletop, lift the knees off the ground, you can stay here, you can start tapping, need a hand, or kicking through for the break dancers. I'm gonna get the timer going. Maybe take one last drink of water. Because this will be 8 minutes, all out. You're gonna feel it. All right, starting with the squat crossovers in. 3, 2, 1. Only 20 seconds of this. That's 10. 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. Seal jacks are next. 3, 2, 1, seal jacks. Three, 2, 1, rest. Hollow body holds next. On our backs, getting ready. 3, 2, 1. Arms and feet extend. Like I said, if this is too much, bring it in. Hold it here. As long as the core is engaged and lower back is pushing into the ground. Three, 2, 1. Next we have the bear stance or break dancers. Tabletop position to start. 3, 2, 1. Either just holding here, tapping opposite hand to knee, or going right for the break dancers. Kicking through, reaching out to that hand. Always coming through that bear stance or high tabletop in the middle. 2, 1, rest. That was 1 round. We got 3 more rounds of those exercises. Back to the squat crossovers in 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, rest. Seal jacks are next. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, rest. Down for the hollow body holds. Two, 1, extend out. Two, 1, rest. Resting in tabletop position, getting ready for the bear stance hold or the break dancers or something in between. And knees lift. And rest. 2 down, 2 to go. Squat crossovers in 2, 1. 4 minutes in, 4 minutes to go. Two, 1, rest. Seal jacks are next. And go. Two, 1, rest. Hollow body holds. 3, 2, 1. Everything up. Extend. Two, 1. Tabletop position to rest. Popping up to the bear stance in 2, 1, knees lift, and break dancers. Or just holding this, or opposite hand, opposite knee. And rest. One more round of that. Nothing to it. Squat crossovers in 2, 1. Two, 1, rest. Steel jacks are next. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Two, 1. Oh, last hollow body hold. 2, 1. Everything extends. Two, 1, relax. Roll over to tabletop position. Last set here. 2, 1, knees lift. And your break dancers, we're just hanging out in that bear stance, aka the high tabletop position. If you're doing the break dancers, take a second, pause in the middle, kick through the next one. 2, 1. Oh, it's only 8 minutes for that. Take a drink of water, rest for a second. All right, we only have one more of those Tabatas to go. It's only another 8 minutes of work. Then after that, we're gonna treat ourselves to some delightful static stretching as we cool down. So we'll just walk through the next few exercises before we hop into it. So it starts with Plyo Lunges. So from the side, coming down into a lunge, popping up to the other side, arms are moving with it. 20 seconds of that, then we'll get into Predator jacks. Actually, I don't know if these are Predator jacks or another jumping jack variation, but arms are going to be locked at 90 degrees at the elbows. And as we do our jumping jack, we're going to jump up into our W position. After that, we have wood chops from the left to right. So clasp our hands together, up to the left, and we swing down to the right. Notice the movement in the feet. The feet are pivoting as they go up and down. 20 seconds of that. 20 seconds right, down to left. You can create tension in these, make it as hard as you want, depending on how hard you're swinging your hands. If you have a book, small weight, dumbbell, anything to hold in your hands, you can use that to make it a bit harder, but not necessarily. Not necessary. They'll get you. Setting the timer here. All right, starting with the Plyo Lunges. 3, 2, 1, go for it. Keep those arms moving with it. Three, 2, 1, rest. Next, modified jumping jack version. Call them W jacks, sure. Here we go. 2, 1. And rest. Wood chops next. Left to right. Feet are just outside hip width apart. Arms clasped together. Swing down to the right. Get that foot motion involved. Using the core to first rapidly accelerate the motion and then decelerate and stop you. And rest. Other side next. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keep those feet pivoting each way. Two, 1, rest. It's 1 round, we've got 3 more to go. Starting with Plyo Lunges. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, rest. W jacks next. 2, 1, here we go. And rest. Wood chops, left to right. Here we go. And rest. You know, it's getting hard, but stick with me. Think about how good just the stretching is gonna feel when we're done this. Wood chops straight to left. Two, 1, rest. All right, 2 more rounds of that, nothing to it. Back to Plow Lunges in 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, rest. W jacks in 3, 2, 1. Two, 1. Ooh. Back to the wood chops. Left to right, here we go. Keep those arms tight. Squeeze your hands together. Creating our own resistance here. And rest. Right down to left next. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Last round. Back to plow lunges. Let's do it. Last set. Two, one, rest. W jacks are next. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, rest. Wood chops, left and right, then we're done. Here we go. Try and keep those arms straight, shoulders pulled back. When you start to get tired, you might have a tendency to start using your triceps. Don't do that. Keep your hands, the weight in front of you, and rest. Last 20 seconds of work here, and we're done. Here we go. Are those feet still moving? Pivoting back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're done. Have a drink. All right, some stretching. First, we have the elevated three-way hamstring stretch. So grab your bench back, couch, chair, anything with a bit of height on it. Higher it is, the harder it's going to be. So we're going to start with kicking our right leg up, flexing the foot, bringing the toes towards the knee. We're just going to first fold straight down towards it. Hands could be above your knee, on your shin, grabbing your toe, doesn't really matter. Now, right foot is up, so we're going to take our left hand and reach it over towards that thigh, knee, shin, or foot. We're going to twist towards the leg. Then we're going to bring right hand to right foot. Left toes are going to point out now. Then we're going to lean into it, feel the stretch, transition a little bit more into our groin. All right, switching sides, getting the left up there first. First, just both hands reaching as far down the leg towards that foot as you can get them. Then right hand to somewhere along the left leg and twisting towards the leg as you still lean towards the foot. Last position, Toes are going to point out. Left hand to the left foot. Feeling that stretch in your groin now. Alright, coming out of this, we have the couch stretch next. I'm going to adjust the camera angle. We're going to need our something knee high again. Chair, couch, bench, whatever you got. Option to grab a pillow or fold up your mat for a little bit more knee support. We're going to put one leg up, knee down, this foot steps forward, like we're doing our Bulgarian split squat. Even just doing this against a wall is good if you don't have a bench, or to make this part of your daily routine, just stick that foot up towards the wall. Now what we're gonna do, I have my left foot on the bench. I'm gonna engage my left glutes, my left butt cheek. I'm gonna squeeze them and immediately feel the stretch intensify on my left hip flexor. Take note, if you have this tendency to drift to the side, that'll take away the stretch. Twist towards the leg that's on the ground. Now take note of where your knee is and where your foot is, and then match the other side with those distances. And this way, when you come up, you can get a good representation of which side is actually tighter. Usually most people have one side that's tighter than the other. For me, it's my left. And that just means we gotta work on that side a little bit more. All right, coming out of this, extend your mat back out. If you have one, just on the carpet or the floor, that's fine too. On our backs, into our hip thrust position, but now we're just going to take the right ankle to the left knee, reach the right hand through that hole between your legs, grabbing your shin or your knee, pulling towards you, keeping that foot flexed, pulling the toes towards the knee. Feel a nice stretch in your glutes here. Glutes and or piriformes, whatever's tighter for you. Now we're going to drop that left foot to the ground, left hand to the right knee, and we're going to pull that knee over and just let everything fall to the side. Gaze shifts over towards the right hand, reaching out beside you. Option to stay here or push that knee away from you, let it fall down, feel the stretch transition more into your groin. Bend the knee back, and back through center for the other side. Left ankle over right knee, reach the left hand through the hole, grab it around the shin or knee. stay here if you want, or let everything fall over to the right side. Left arm extends to the side, gaze goes to the left. Option to stay where you're at, or open the hip up, let the knee fall away from you. Alright, come back to center, untangle yourself. From here, sit up. Hands are going to start shifting behind you to support your body. Immediately going to feel this tendency for your shoulders to point forward, roll them up, back, and down. And then from here, keeping our hands where they are at, we're going to shift our butt a little bit further away. Feel a nice stretch in our pecs and anterior delts. The option here, come into your reverse tabletop position to intensify that stretch, or just keeping your butt down and shimmying it forward gradually, leaning back and just embracing that stretch. You can use your shoulder blades, pinch them together to help open your chest a little more too. Notice if your chin is falling forward onto your chest, keep it up, try to maintain that neutral spine position. All right, that is the workout. Thank you very much. If you stuck through the whole thing, nice work. You crushed it, and hopefully stay tuned for more. If you would like to see more videos based on no or minimal equipment, let us know in the comments, or even comment what equipment you do have at your home, and maybe I'll customize the next follow along routine just for what you have. Thanks, guys.